Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Development, Professor Akiyemi. Did you see? No. Stand up, sir. Face them. Take a bow. Sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, I have former Dean of the Faculty of Dentistry here, a Reverend Venerable Professor Folusho Otade. I have the Dean of the Faculty of Technology, Professor Lasisi Umoru. We have many professors in the house. I have my sister here. When she speaks, and she speaks with every British accent. Professor Mrs. Elizabeth Zege. Where is she? I have Professor Wumi Fatusi. Okay. Thank you. You are Professor Otade. You said you should come back. I want to see whether you know be a busy. This is you should come back. Sit down here. No, really. In case you are asking an interview, who is the current Vice Chancellor of University of Medical Sciences? I don't know. I'm just giving you an answer. The answer is Wumi Fatusi. Former Professor Ansi, correct affair. And of course, Professor Kolawole. Thank you. And of course, I have Professor Donald lying out here. I have Yeah. I'm always happy to give instructions when I hold microphone. You know I would like to recognize an official of government who does things as a mother and as a grandmother. Very, very passionate when she handles patients. She's there seated in our majesty. She's the matron. I'm talking of morning. Sebastian, let me say that this is the faces. But before let me appreciate my colleagues here. There is a very senior journalist here, qualified to be an editor in hours of right workers of experience. She writes for this, the antiphon stands for recognition. That is not the way to clap, that is the way to clap. Why I'm saying this is that whatever she writes is fine. You can only write Wikipedia, and they will publish your agenda in an obscure place. That is the power. That is the power of a journalist. A journalist is like a choir, like a church. No matter who you are, they will ask the others to go back. But the members of the choir will be in their seat. When the president is there, I will say, I'm Professor this, go. I'm a journalist with this ladies. Put your hands together for journalists. I recognize my colleagues from the media. The TVC is there, Television Continental. Mr. Vice Chancellor, they came yesterday And the law granted the gentleman's partnership. They were not able to do anything. And we thank God for that. At least they came to see the environment. And they are used to. Put your hands together for all the journalists in the house. On this note, I've told you that I'm going to water this program to show the nicety of this moment. I appreciate all other lecturers. Great. Put your hands together for yourselves. With the kind permission of the chairman and the vice chancellor of this prestigious university, shall we please stand for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, this program must be put together by the wisdom, time and attention of some people. Headed by Dr. Adewale is the chairperson and the please come forward to welcome us formally to this program. Let me see your attention.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, the former Vice Chancellor and keynote speaker of the day, Professor Obafemi, the Provost, College of Health Sciences, Professor D. Awolowo, the Dean, Professor T. A. Eson, the Dean of Faculty of Dentistry. I also want to acknowledge the principal officers here present, Professor Daramalala and other principal officers in attention. I also want to use the opportunity to welcome the Dean, Professor Awolowo, faculty professors, colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great delight as I welcome all of you to this 18th annual scientific conference of the Faculty of Dentistry of Obafemi Awolowo University. This year's conference is actually significant and unique because what we have done is not to confine ourselves within the box. In fact, the box has been balanced. So this year we started with pre-conference seminars that took 4 weeks on collaborative research and innovation. And we have erudite scholars within 4 walls of the university that delivered this lecture in the person of Professor Oluwati, Professor Rama, Professor Taiwo, and Professor Ostobilo. We have assisted attending the seminar beyond the 4 walls of this citadel of learning. Global development and advancement in technology is driven by collaborative and innovative research. Therefore, the theme of this year's conference is relevant. Well, this year's conference is actually a 2-day event, which we started yesterday with a scientific abstract presentation, including presentation from students and an award of prize for the best presentation for students. We also had yesterday panel of discussants that features Professor Olajumo, Professor Yato, and Professor Oluwajobiri, along with Dr. Titus and Dr. Alabi. It was actually a very interesting discussion that centered collaboration between clinical sciences and other disciplines. What eye-opening opportunities to identify with thought-provoking discussion around emerging disruptive AI innovation. There is this African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, you must go together. The keynote speaker of today, Professor Faborod, was the former Vice Chancellor of this great university and the present President of Pan-African Society of Agricultural Engineers in Victoria, South Africa. We'll be diving into these contemporary issues. So it promises to be an interesting session. But I want to welcome you again to this 18th annual scientific conference of the Faculty of Dentistry. Please enjoy all the programs that are put together for this session. Thank you and God bless you all for listening.
When the chairman was talking, we have 2 more principal officers of the university that came in. Funny enough, I want to congratulate the dean of the Faculty of Dentistry as the first time there. I like her. I always like people who are the university engineers and the university strategy. Mr. Campus, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be attentive as we listen to the voice of the Dean of Faculty of Dentistry, Professor Tete Ope. Coming forward, I would like to recognize the presence of a seasoned broadcaster, Rafiq Ahmed, from the Television Continental. I also appreciate him saying to your opinion. Thank you very much.
The chairman of this 18th annual scientific conference of the Faculty of Dentistry and the Vice Chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University, Professor A.S. Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, Professor Alaye. Our keynote speaker for today, an erudite scholar, a father figure, the former Vice Chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University, Professor Mike Fagoroke. The author, the registrar, the provost, College of Health Sciences, my dean, Faculty of Tech. In fact, this program revolves around your faculty. The dean, Basic Medical Sciences, Professor Mani Yesan. And the reason why we are here and we are safe is because of our big man here, who is the Chief Security Officer of the Chairman Security Committee of the University, Professor Akinfala. Thank you, sir. And my wonderful Egbon, the PRO of this university, I call it Pro. Thank you for coming. The professors here, my colleagues, gentlemen of reference, students, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me really pleasure to welcome you to this 18th annual scientific conference on Faculty of Dentistry, Obafemi Awolowo University. I especially welcome our speakers during the 4-week conference seminars, and particularly our keynote speaker today, Professor Obafemi, the former Vice Chancellor of Obafemi University. This is special faculty day. So I want to welcome our Vice Chancellor, Professor Obafemi, and all the professors of the university. I welcome Chief Medical Administration, Professor John Okeke. I welcome the provost College of Health Sciences and the deans and professors, directors, and friends and well-wishers. Our faculty has evolved from one unit to a vibrant and well-structured faculty. It is the smallest faculty in Obafemi Awolowo University in terms of staff and students, and yet we are the greatest. We now have approval from the Senate to run master's program in all disciplines of dentistry, while the PhD programs are close to Senate approval. We are the only dental school in Nigeria and West Africa with a well-equipped biomaterial laboratory. Recently, we introduced student practice to our undergraduate curriculum, so as it is done in other times. This is to ensure that our undergraduate students are well grounded in clinical skills before graduation. Our products are doing very well, both within and outside the country. Recently, one of our graduates, Adewosho, was pronounced to the rank of professor at the University of Tennessee, United States of America. According to the last Keynote institutional rankings, our dental program was the best among all disciplines at Obafemi Awolowo University. The first among dental schools in Nigeria and third in Africa, behind the dental schools of University of Alexandria in Egypt and University of Cape Town, South Africa. by the university through Tech Fund. I also want to place on record that the alumni provided us with 18 fairly used dental chairs, the money to transport the chairs, the money for custom clearance of the chairs at the port when it was going to demurrage was also jointly provided by the university and the alumni. I also want to place on record the contributions of our past and current provost, Professor IKT Jadola, who personally mobilized money from the alumni to paint and renovate the entire dental hospital in preparation for NUC accreditation. The paintings and electrical works he did during that time are what we are still enjoying today. The current provost, Professor B. Kolawole, has helped to provide a enabling environment to continue to train our students by mobilizing alumni to provide basic equipment and materials for our undergraduate training, such as solar-powered electricity, a generator, and the refurbishment of our central compressor units for the Phantom Med class. Lastly, I must not fail to acknowledge staff and other staff cadre in the faculty for keeping the flag flying. You have all sacrificed financially, using your own hard-earned money, time, and other resources to ensure that our students are properly trained. The theme of this year's conference is appropriate in the light of the very disturbing trend in the field of research today. Many researchers work in silos, and therefore their end products do not make any meaningful contribution to the national development agenda. Collaborative research pulls together a wealth of experiences from various fields of endeavor to solve complex and multiple problems. I was reminded by one of our speakers during the pre-conference seminar that President Kennedy proposed to put a man on the moon within 7 years. All researchers from the fields of avionics, computer science, internet communication, engineering, respiratory physics, and even clothing were involved in solving these complex problems. Today, the world is benefiting from the advances made in information technology, avionics, transportation, communications, global social systems, space science, etc. Make no mistake, a nation cannot grow or advance beyond the quality of its researchers. The university must prioritize collaborative research that solves complex problems above any other thing. This will put us on the world map and globalize our institution. Although there are many roadblocks to achieving this, such as funding, embargo and appointment of lecturers, inappropriate remuneration, and data syndrome. However, we need to create opportunities for equally smart people who are still left behind. One of the things we must do is to emphasize critical thinking and encourage collaborative research. Critical thinking helps to see opportunities beyond challenges and use such opportunities to one's advantage. Another critical tool is to deploy appropriate technology. Technology is very powerful, and we need to change the narrative. Your smartphone has more computing power than the computer that landed a man on the moon. Show that we do have potential that we are yet to fully maximize. To address some of these concepts, we have brought people to tell their stories and their successes in collaborative research. We expect that we can change the mindset and shift the paradigm towards innovation and collaborative research. Our keynote speaker is a renowned scholar and an administrator of our excellence. We hope to gain from his insight and experiences gained over the years in research and research management. In addition, we have lined up a conference seminar series where we have speakers from humanities, physical sciences, biological sciences, engineering, and computer science to showcase their wealth of experience in collaborative research and suggest ways research can be well funded. We do hope that this will be a rewarding, stimulating conference. Thank you for coming, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate him again. Mr. Vice Chancellor, we now representatives of the Chief Medical Director of Obafemi Awolowo University Hospital Complex, Professor John Kekenyi, ably represented by the Deputy Chairman Medical Advisory Committee, Professor Obafemi. He's coming to give his good message. We can do much better.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Ile-Ife, a distinguished keynote speaker, who can also be referred to as an area statesman in our university, Professor Awolowo, the Provost, Professor Awolowo, the Dean of Dentistry, Professor Son, distinguished professors, consultants, staff of OAU and HTC, and dear students. I'm particularly encouraged by the Faculty of Dentistry. Over the years, the recent years, we've had enviable leadership who have set the tone for a different trajectory for, the Faculty of Dentistry. And leadership is everything. Once you don't have people to set it right, the issue is that you can get it right at any time. I remember when Professor came, and she set some things in place. Those things have become reference points. And when you go, some of the faculties will begin to think in that time. Now this year particularly, we're talking about innovation and collaboration and research. Some years ago, I felt we were lagging behind in my department. So I said we should collaborate. And if I'm talking about Professor Awolowo, I was in his hospital, and for the first time, I couldn't understand where I was. And the first time in the laboratory, I kept calling, because I was seeing some things for the first time. I've been a consultant for over 20 years. So those things left some information from me, and so I told myself, we have to collaborate with the partners abroad. Unfortunately, some individuals thought I meant that way. And so I was trying to sell our birthright to the Westerners. But then there was somebody who was interested. And I took this up. President Alashi, and then we networked together. Looking back now, the MSCCC, we are first met Professor Awolowo. They've invested over 750 million in our department. And we're no longer the same. This is education that is adaptable to the circumstances of the land, without necessarily losing our values. We will not get education at all. We must begin to ask ourselves, how do we think differently? How do we network with other people? How do we get things we do not have? Rather than our people going, staying, and getting probably lost or abandoned there forever. There's a place of collaboration, no doubt. Collaboration makes you to have a better review of yourself. As a person comes into the various departments, and you share notes, you learn something, you learn something. And then he sees the efficiency, and then he decides to invest in you, and of course, upgrade our values, where they think we have deficiencies. We must never be afraid for other people to come and network with us, to unite for universal dissemination of knowledge. Let me also say that some years ago, an alumnus, which is known to some of our teachers here, is in Leeds. I'll keep his name aside. He said he wanted to be coming every year and give us free training at no expense to anyone. Some people got trained then. that he was able to get me a posting outside. We also had a professor who had been coming many years ago. And this man would come, teach us, leave materials and go back. Then at the time, somebody else became a leader in the department and was compared on him. The man being at the over 70 years, he related with us very well, smiled and all that. Then privately he gave me a bit of his mind. That was the last time we saw him. With all the investments he gave to us, shared with those of us younger consultants and of course the residents. And after that, I learned that he preached his tent with that word and EXO. So as we're here today, our keynote speaker will be talking to us. I only hope we shall be humble and forget our endowments within the setting of our environment. And always remember that in collaboration, we can begin to find the defects that we have and seek to fill it appropriately. I want to congratulate the Dean and all members of staff of the Faculty of Dentistry for making this to happen again, despite the economic challenges. And I wish us a very successful deliberation. Thank you very much.
The Vice Chancellor. I'm aware that Professor Michael Faborode is the keynote speaker. But what Professor Obafemi just did is inaccurate. And with due respect to the Vice Chancellor, he said something that I want to note and due respect to the statistics. He talks about what you have and what all of your principal officers have. An embarrassing humility. When you are humble, you will get a lot of things done. He mentioned somebody who gave them 750 million. Mr. Vice Chancellor, you will be able to get a number of places. And the person who is welcoming, maybe the person needs some tutorials too in human relations. And I'm serious about that. If you have solid human and public relations, you will go in a long way. And I believe that the person who has spoken to each student with a word and make a statement to Africa can also come back. If you can speak to the Vice Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor can attack you actually and answer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to another enigma. A son of the former Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Technology and Prayer. That's an important thing. The Provost, College of Vice Sciences. We are not talking about this.
The Vice Chancellor, Governor of the University, Professor Keynote speaker, Professor Faborode, the CAD representative by Professor Kisima, Dean, Faculty of Dentistry, and other principal officers of the university. Let me begin by Sima Appreciation saying thank you to the CAD, giving me a call. Also said he had the analysis coming. What do we want him to do? It was well mentioned, and I called it was one that reached out to everybody say thank you to me. And then we already had the list of the story, what you do. Registrar and also principal officers of the university. Also, Professor Omu, thank you so much. And distinguished professors, College of Sciences, elders, and colleagues, their students, and every member of staff, the Faculty of Dentistry. It is always a delight, pleasure, during the Faculty of Dentistry week to be part of it. It is always a time of great learning, refreshing, and a lot of information that happens in the course of the several pre-conference workshops culminating in today's event. This year has not been any less. For this reason, say big congratulations and kudos to the Dean, his team, and everybody that has rallied around to sustain what the Faculty of Dentistry is known for. It is on record that the very first faculty conference in OAU was hosted by the Faculty of Dentistry. Am I correct? Yes, and as the Dean said, even though in terms of size, the Faculty of Dentistry may appear diminutive, but in terms of achievement and what they've been able to do, they have been a trailblazer and a force to reckon with, not only in OAU, but now Faculty of Dentistry is globally. Congratulations to Faculty of Dentistry. The theme for this year cannot be more apt and cannot be more relevant to what is trending globally. And just as we were there, we were discussing the several benefits of collaboration. And I think we can proudly say, place it on record, that in the College of Health Sciences, a lot of collaborative research and work are presently ongoing. Collaboration within the constituent units, collaboration with other researchers in the university, and then of course, global. We can only continue to do more. However, we still face challenges. We still face challenges, some as important and impactful as actual shortage of staff. Many of our departments lack the required staff. We also still have a lot of equipment shortages that we need to mitigate. And then, of course, the attendant economic line makes it a lot of difficult, but in spite of it, I must say I commend. Say very big thank you to all our lecturers, students, administrative staff, and all. In spite of all those things, continue to do their best, even at a personal cost. And the supervisors on behalf of the college and the university, I want to appreciate all our staff here. While we also look forward to the especially in terms of staff recruitment, we are hopeful something positive will come very soon. I want to prolong this talk, but I will be on this starting note, just advise the faculty to keep the back mind, keep soaring, keep forging ahead. There's still a lot around to talk about. Once more, congratulations and those faculty of dentistry.
Don't forget to apply for the post. On this note, if you look at the let me recognize. Only 5 degrees there. Okay, only 5 degrees. That is the deputy registrar and the faculty secretary of dentistry. Thank you very much for representing the dentistry. That is the registrar in faculty of dentistry. Thank you very much, brother. I call on the Vice Chancellor, the 12th substantive Vice Chancellor of this university. Now, the world professor of agricultural economics. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome all of you to faculty lecture. Great recognition to my lieutenants, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academic. She had to step out. She gave me step out. Because there are so many functions going on in the university. The Deputy Vice Chancellor of Administration, Professor Zarala, thank you very much. Deputy Vice Chancellor of Research, Innovation and Development, Professor Awolowo, he also came and stepped out. We are celebrating some of our OAU stars on account of the Excellence Award for Research. So we have about 238 of them. Yeah, so it is there. At the registrar, the Dean of Administration, thank you very much. Professor Mr. Kamani, Professor in Administration, Mr. Kamani Bakari. University Librarian, Dr. Badino, and then our Minister of Finance, CBN. Mrs. Abdul. Thank you very much for coming tonight. So we decided to bring the entire family to this particular event for a reason, to celebrate the provost of the College of Sciences, to celebrate the Dean of Faculty of Dentistry, to now appreciate and celebrate our own and new person, the former Vice Chancellor of Great Institution, nationally and international, is Professor Awolowo. Is so many things. You will have thought that such a person is also tired, or even decided they are paid leaves, and so there's no need attending to most of these functions. But it's always ambiguous. And it contributes a lot. In fact, there's only one thing for OAU now, that at the end of it, by God's grace, if it comes through as expected, we have to do. We have to do a special thanksgiving and celebrate and really appreciate it. So I think we appreciate, thank you very much. We continue to pray for you for long life and good health. Thank you very much. The CFP, Professor Obafemi, represented by Professor Awolowo. Thank you for all you've been doing. We appreciate you. In fact, when you said something about that, 70 billion, I think maybe it's something we can discuss into. But that same person, that's Professor Alashi, is really is good in grantmanship. He had actually won a lot of grants along with him and donated some items to the university. So it's by virtue of being grants, we must think of bringing something back into the university. So I always recognize him and team for those things they brought. They brought some laptops, they gave us photocopiers, scanner, IT related items like that. And that's what we are using at our OAU now. So we really want to appreciate the team, and we are looking forward to so many of our lecturers that are also doing grants.
various ways, so that it should be able to something back into the system. Because one interesting about research, whenever you are doing any research, you are in your office. You remember that you are using the electricity, you are using the office space, the university, the water, even the air that you so you should be able to bring something back. Okay, the Nigerian back, you are thinking of tech. Merci beaucoup. You know, these are the month of our accreditation of our program. We have 42 programs to be accredited. And I'm sure you will get the reference. They gave yesterday, did for yesterday, and exited yesterday. So thank you very much. We were so happy, and we are also very happy then. Great recognition to the professors of dentistry. Professor Owotani, thank you very much. Professor Sisi. Professor Faculty, you know Faculty yourself, and this is why. They are of the same, they behave the same way, and I really appreciate you all the time. Well done, thanks for all you've been doing, and thanks for taking care of me. It was not easy to give out something every hour. Professor Obafemi, I was asking the so you are still around. You see, I always suspect some of the people that are actually living and live, at least it's understanding and teaching us. And he was telling me that we are still doing research, winning grants. Instead of us in the university, come close to us. We will help you out, even whatever you bring for us. We always want to network. So if you have people that you feel you reach, because this is the whole essence of some of these things we're trying to do here. We have to be able to work with ourselves as a team. Let the development be a base that are faculties into the system. And then we'll be able to. So thank you very much for being there. Thanks for all you've been doing. I remember my program. I know that program is doing well. And I know you have not left there. With your experience, it's just continue to guide them. So that we will be able to have some places as well. The day of the Faculty of Medical Science, Professor Omani Yeson. Thank you very much. And thanks for, we were exposed to only 4 years yesterday, and we were exposed to this and you brought up an idea. So we now said, can actually foster this idea. If not the person who will work that idea. So we just said, take it up, and she accepted it. And I think it's going now. These are the sorts of things that we enjoy. Because if it's not looking for rest, we need many people coming together to really talk up their ideas, talk us. Just like talk about motivation. New ideas, new thoughts, new products, new everything, new services. And then we'll be able to move forward. Thank you very, very much. Let me recognize all of us, all the professors in the hall, the SS departments, deans, directors, the PRO is never recognized in here because they talk too much. He's our big. So, well, he has right down and talk very well. We appreciate him because it's really getting on right with me. One more time, God of life. Continue it, but don't let them stand up, we will let them stand up. So, thank you very much. Faculty members, staff, academic and non-academic, want to appreciate you. And just like the people who appreciate them. In fact, I have to say this, and that's what I'm telling you. That when we have sort of working classes that are really very complicated and determined to ensure that the system continues to grow. Despite various challenges and faces. All over the campus, various things, various faculties and so on. There is a shortage staff. I asked you to do this, okay, you are now in the hands of the Federal Ministry of Education. The head of the service is not ready to take us again. So they are saying that, okay, let the Federal Ministry of Education put the next in place before the hands of over them. So we are in between that. But we are to get the green lights. And we are hoping that you know that also this is to feel new members of staff in order to reduce the stress. Most people are very greedy. Just like yourself. Right, I want to live the greatest moment about plan. So I want to really appreciate you. Really thank you for the sacrifice. It's highly recognized. Just want to pray for you. Continue to say that God will strengthen you. Continue to protect you. And reward you, even beyond your expectations. Ladies and gentlemen, students of Faculty of Dentistry, are you here? Yes. Great effect. Thank you very much for giving the faculty on, because without you, faculty can't exist. Thanks for the support, thanks for the behavior, thanks for comporting yourself very well. Because that's really very necessary. You don't do that. You will receive the knowledge that your lecturers find passes to you. So I want to thank you for that. Professor Mufalalankan, you're welcome. People give you your mind. European mind. All those areas. Thank you very much for all you did. We appreciate you. During your name, we got the ambassador of Bulgaria. Give us, we had one of the Bulgarian media. They were so impressed. I don't want to continue that. So they give us those of them. But this give us some very just continue that activity. So we appreciate that. It also has to do with this issue of partnership and collaboration we're talking about. We are collaborating with a lot of agencies, communities, within Nigeria, outside Nigeria, and we are moving beyond traditional ways of sourcing funds. We are the normal ways, we know they will need to be given to us, so don't bother like that. So those other areas where from sources, those are the areas we can be meeting. We are thanking God for everything that's coming. I want to appreciate most of our members are put this thing. And we need more people that can connect us. And then you're able to, for us to reach out. Research is key. And for those really who understand what research is all about, it's actually for teaching, for leading, and for research. And so, it is expected that we should all try to learn our best to write many proposals based on topical issues that we pick as successful. I want to start talking to see grants, just to see one, two. You'll be very much happy to see it, and you see that there's money. When people continue to say, you won't feel it. Because as I'm familiar, you use it for what support you are supposed to use it for. You get results of having asked. Somebody who was mentally yours, I saw on the radio. And as I get asked, what do you need? The contentment is very important as well. I don't use this mind. So we have to engage ourselves in deep research. And taking time, we continue team up with people. Because nowadays, in those days, it used to be one person writing something and then sending them out. Get a response and then it goes. But now, it's good to work as a team. Work with people in other areas in the area. Pharmacy, agriculture, pharmacy, technology, finance. There's nothing going on without knowing how to technology now. So that should be the entire all the areas of the area, councils of Phoenix or study. So for me, I want to say that these things, whoever is interested in the area of research aid should try as much as possible. Go into the internet, maybe on your Wiki or every other week. Check for areas within your own fields. Check for grants within that area. Check for scholarship. Check for travel grants even. Check for anything. Their fellowship. You get it. But it is meant for those who are really interested in checking. And you get them. There are funds beyond the local, beyond national sources. There are NGOs that give funds. There are donors, in those areas. But if you get research, you get areas. So I want to congratulate the faculty once again. Congratulations for this particular conference. Congratulations to all those that organized this, because it was not easy. The local organizing committee, we highly appreciated. Thanks for doing the university proud. Be the first to have started this and sustaining it. It's not easy to sustain things like this. But don't forget, whatever fund you are able to collect, don't forget 30% that come into the university. So we continue to wish you all the best.
Way to show that the Vice Chancellor is a professor of agricultural economics. Maybe we should just be silent to agriculture and really to the voice economics. Thank you very much. For those who are conversant to mode of dress, look at the height table. It clearly shows the semantics of the most of the university for learning and culture. Those in suits for learning, and the professor in medicine for culture. Unfortunately, all of them are well read and well read. This is not. It is not my duty to read this citation. But the Faculty of Dentistry has assigned a professor, renowned in our own right, to read the citation of this enigma. May I humbly invite Professor Omotayo and Professor to read the citation of Professor Michael Faculty. May I request that Professor Faculty stand and remain standing.
Good day, everyone. Permit me to stand on existing protocol as I read the short citation. It's really a brief citation. I expect it to be several pages, but really short, of Professor M.O. Fafaberede, F.A.H. F.I.A.A.B.E., F.A.E.E.A., F.N.N.S.C., F.N.I.A.E. So I will go on to read his biography. It's a pleasure to do so. Professor Michael Oladimeji Fafaberede was a former vice chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University from 2006 to 2011. And he currently serves as the president of PASAI, which is Pan-African Society for Agricultural Engineering based in Pretoria, South Africa. Until recently, he was the Secretary General Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities and of the Committee of Pro-Chancellors of Federal Universities. He holds the fellowships of the Federal Academy of Engineering, International Institute of Agricultural and Advanced Engineers, African Engineering Education Association, Nigerian Society of Engineers, and the Nigerian Institution of Agricultural Engineers. He is also an honorary fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Builders. He was a resident scholar at the Nigerian Institute of Federal Foundation in 2013. Professor Fafa was a registered professional agricultural engineer who received his Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degrees at the University of Ile-Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, Nigeria, and his postdoctoral degree at the University of Newcastle upon Tyne of the United Kingdom. His research interests, amongst many, I would say, include bioprocess engineering, technology policy, and technology and gender development. Professor Fafaberede has made immense contributions to the engineering profession, particularly in the fields of agricultural biosystems and infrastructure engineering, as well as the academic media. He has been mentor to many people in terms of postgraduate and undergraduate studies. He is a strong advocate of the triple-headedness of academia, industry, and government collaboration and innovation. He is a recipient of numerous prestigious awards, including 18 highly published, he is highly published and widely traveled. He is happily married to Dr. Mrs. Helen Folake Babatola, an agricultural extension expert, and his marriage is blessed with 4 children, all great professionals, permits me to add, and many grandchildren, including 2 twins. That's why on this note, I'm glad to invite Professor Michael Oladimeji Fafaberede to be able to deliver the keynote address.
Appreciate and thank to everybody for so much about that. I have these professor journalists in the house. Professor Maru, what are you? Please, it is an honor. The Vice Chancellor would love to see your face. Thank you.
This is seated. Okay, I just said Professor Rama should come to the front. I will if it is so, to be assisted. seeing him when he came in.
Please, let's appreciate that.
Retired but not tired. Thank you very much. Mr. Vice Chancellor, thank you for your generous words. And let me start by congratulating the Faculty of Dentistry for, I know that it's not easy to bring the Vice Chancellor to an event because there are so many things to attend to. But to come with the entire cabinet is another feat that we have been able to achieve because the VC is there, BBC, academic and research and development are also here. BBC administration is still here, eminent professor of music. And then you have a lot of other people officers, and then you have the registrar and the bossa there. So this is a total state capture. Not the way of this one is a very interesting state capture that the entire cabinet is here, and it shows that there's a lot of respect for what you are doing. And as if that is not enough, you have the provost of the entire college, you have the CMD here, and some people that I've not seen for quite some time, they are all here. It's a delight to see the faces of so many professors, including my own Dean of Faculty of Tech, who is also here, and also GM that I've not seen for some time now. But I know he is working on the surface and undercurrent. One of the most distinguished dentists in the country, and I think globally as well. So it's a pleasure to be with all of you here, eminent professors who are here. I want to say that, so let me not start identifying everybody go over. But I thank BC for making it to here. All I just want to do is share a few experiences. I think most of the speeches earlier are actually delivered as keynotes because they summarize all the main issues. All I don't do is just put some footnotes and give some figures and examples. I find it easy because they are appreciated students for being here. And a number of new members of staff that when the last professors announced, I hardly could know any of them again. Except we can ask me and say, and then you employ me at that time, and so on and so forth. But I'm glad that students are here. You know, students in the College of Sciences University, they are very, very, very lucky. And I want to thank the university for the advantage to be able to it was our colleagues, please forgive the university for their spent your lives. For their spent your lives. That finds in your heart to forgive the university and still come back as alumni of the university. And I was very, very, very touched by that statement and vowed that we are going to stop that elongated studentship for very close to. So we did, and I didn't quite realize until the son of a friend of mine was just asking after him. And he said, graduated. Oh, so fast. They said, because of the action that we took. And when I lost my mother in 2013, I went to the Akure Hospital to the morgue because I was seeing and I wanted to go and see CMD. And one young man came outside and I felt that it's a medical store. So I said, sorry, can you just take me to the CMC office? And he said, it's very well, in front of me. And then he stopped. He said, you don't see me, sir. I said, well, you feel free for it? Yes. So I'm going to be affected here. It's always very light to see that medical students are happy. And I think students in dentistry is very, very, very happy with faculty. So let me go to why I invited me here. It's to just support the Dean, the Provost, the CMD, and of course the Vice or the National Collaboration. It's not rocket science, it's something we all know that we have to collaborate in order to get things going. But I just want to put a few things that we need to do, because sometimes we get carried away by our politics and our agendas, and we forget the bright spots and the good things that follow. If somebody worries too much about his problems, he never solve them. But if you look at what is going to uplift you rather than something that puts you down. And I think we tend to do that too much is constant that we forget about strength. We have these tracks like this. So I'm going to talk today about collaboration, and value. That's something that I think we really have not come down to in this country. What really is the value of London? If we go to the value of London, we won't think our universities, we won't think our academics the way we are seeing them today. Because companies that want to make it know that they must treat knowledge and research way and they get the rewards. And I'll show you an example. And this has to do with innovation and adding part of the system to what was given to me towards sustainable development. And to let us know that there are some things in Nigeria that we didn't give much attention to, but there are signs of good things can come. And then I go to the way forward. After that, I come back to this to say what exactly can you go for. There is not taking now whether research is important or not. It has been fully established. There was a time that I was saying, what is the benefit of all this research that we are doing? But that age is gone. There is no argument about it. Any company that wants to develop, they must embrace research and turn it to innovation and turn it to wealth. Why a lot of African countries have brought this clearly is a problem that we have to solve. You can see the picture of some sweet tomato and the one that is performing very well. This is the sort of research area we do. When some staff like Agri came and said that was about 2008, 2009. That's our 2011, but not very because something is happening. And we went and investigated and found that there was a problem with the soil. And they worked on it, and they transformed, and the tomatoes were back there. So within our local communities, thank you very much, we will see that research has implications. And that is what we have not been able to do very well in this moment, to ensure that hunger, disease, are banned from our society. So people will ask, what is the value of our knowledge? If we are not changing the situation of our people. If people are listening power daily, we have so many universities, so many faculties of agriculture, so many executives like agriculture. So these are some of the things that I am talking about. But research for you to have much impact. There are some things that I must know. It must be locally relevant to this of our society. Just explain that locally relevant focus on our societies. Why can't we solve the problem of hunger on the land? It must also be globally recognized so that it can conform to what everybody understands, using methods that are good. So people don't know, so research Nigeria is some wishy-washy research. I think Nigeria has competency to do most advanced research transform our society. And then it must be sustainable because of the nutrition. It contributes to sustainable development. But it must be collaborative. Internal, external, you must network. Collaboration is a network, and I think that is given. But in 2012, we did a study on this civil profession. And we found out that these are Some of the key issues with us in Nigeria was research. The country itself does not spend on research. Only 0.11% of GDP. Whereas in MCC was not more than 1%. So we are tenfold, not. So if we appreciate the value of research, how come we have spent so less on research? And then within, and of course, there is a weak connection between university and society and the industry. And people don't care what we are doing. That's part of the knowledge. If companies don't feel like that, they have everything to gain. Then it is difficult for companies that they must invest in research. We know what happens to that system. Private sector funding and industrial companies funding is the basis of research all over the world, particularly in the advanced countries. Few patents are not going about that. That's the obvious what we have for Korea. And the panel did not see Nigeria because it's so fake. It's a red dot. Okay, it's not there. It's so fake. I will be more about that because when we are talking of 14,000 plus, we are talking of 82 for research. We see that one there is low level of inter-research collaboration. Both the TMP and groups, the figure is actually for 4%. I think we have fruitful between people who are opened up a bit. So, inter-research collaboration, both internal and external. You must collaborate with the diaspora, with the industry. And there is evidence that the publications that are joined with people in the diaspora and with the industry, they carry more weight than when you just work alone, particularly in the sciences. So, funding of education generally has been a problem. And you know, a lot of time we take our view on what the government advises our companies. And so, until the late 90s, the director that was fund primary education. And I remember that the academic government was very close to the government that they wanted to destroy the universities. And to the extent that was because you are having funding primary education, and so on. Money was already away from the universities. About 2,000 things started in the World Bank because of the work of a few people. One of them is the American salary. If you keep up with it, I will just think of examples very, very briefly. But the four was also by Ban Ki-moon, Secretary General of the United Nations at that time. And he says all regions and countries can benefit from progress towards a knowledge economy. We do not depend on material resources. That's what we have plenty in Africa. But the less of a burden on the ecosystem and it's more sustainable. By shifting to knowledge-based economy, society can move from the age of scarcity to the age of abundance. This is because knowledge does not exist with use. Rather, it exists as shared among people. So that is a strong justification of collaboration. When you share knowledge, you expand its scope, its reach. It does not give you like access. When you use something more, it will diminish. But knowledge, the more you use knowledge, the more it expands. And that's the mystery of knowledge, and that's why collaboration is so important. And that particular report says, innovative application of knowledge has become the fundamental driver of social progress and economic development. So, advanced technologies and the world has changed since the industrial revolution, and then you have the internet of things, and now we're in the age of AI. And you can see this, I think, the pros has spoken about the power of the computer. In this university, the computer center, we wanted to install the big mainframe, and we had a big space that was carved out for it. But before the project belonged, it had become obsolete. And by the time we were installing computers, we installed about 700 laptops at that time. Even now, we want to do so with how many handphones are we going to use? And they are more powerful than the single mainframe. So, knowledge is really multiplying, and we just have to take advantage of it. And Nigerians, we are taking advantage of it, as I will show very shortly. But this is very important that our lives are in our hands. Nobody is coming to develop Nigeria for us. We can invite them to come and join us. But the thing that somebody will come and do everything and change our situation in their life. It is in our hands. In challenging context, developing countries can either be marginalized. If people are using advanced technology or unable to compete on the global scene because their tertiary education systems are insufficiently developed and underperforming, or they can go the other way. Strengthening their capacity to create and apply knowledge through well-trained graduates and relevant research produced by the diversity of increasingly international faculties. So, it is in our hands, and we have to take this challenge. And I will show you that there are already signs that are hidden, and that unless the survivors accept, we just go complaining about government, whereas things are happening. Now, universities have shaped that division. Universities started as teaching entities. You want to teach to produce students and to show that graduates. Then they do classics and so on. After that, when then research came in. And we thought, oh, that was. But now it's true that the research, if you don't try to combine product innovation and products, it's going to be useless research. And so rather than a great automation of knowledge transfer, of commercialization, and they now find that it's a source of money. It's not just research for research's sake. It's not research for publication's sake. It is research to enrich the system and to turn around the situation of countries. And so that's the way I am. As this man, the professor said, innovation is key. Research is the transformation of money to knowledge. Okay? You get all the equipment, that's one thing. And then you transfer it to knowledge because you have found something that is valuable to society. Innovation itself is the transformation of knowledge into money. So, you don't finish, you have not finished until you have transformed the innovation to money and wealth. So when you just make innovation management, when you take it and go in and do nothing with it, you have actually wasted. So you must convert your innovation to products. And there are several ways of doing this. When you have business parks, like you have some universities, you have startups, and so on. So these are the instruments, and how do we learn to do this? That is the issue that we need to ponder out. Not only we are beginning to see some science in Nigeria. Some of our private universities, they don't take it that I'm understood that private universities are better than public universities because the ranking in the state government is better than Ile-Ife. Okay, for the figures, you can say that we know who is who in Nigeria. But that is not to say that they are not doing some things that is worth noting, even if not emulated. However, for example, our lawyer has invested so much in the university and it's changing the narrative because they now have an industrial park. The only one, the first one is Islamic for a non-governmental entity. So you can see private initiatives at work. I'm going to talk more about that. They have over 100 products. They have fish farm, they have moringa, they have everything. And Covenant University, I'm going to talk about their startup lab later. They are also leading in this evaluation because they are that. But they are only trying to follow the example of great universities, as I will show later. What are the products of research that we normally talk about? Publications. Publications. It's not so here. Journal articles, books, and so on and so forth. But that is not all that we need. We need patents, and I'm happy that OAU is now in tune with the ITCO. But after getting patents, don't just rest and keep it like that. You have to turn it into wealth, you have to turn it into money and prosperity. So products and prosperity. And now we say, even before you publish, get your patent first. Because we have seen a lot of instances, and I'm going to show examples now, of missed opportunities when you don't have good policy on intellectual property. University of Ibadan, the case of the Yamfla machine that was produced by senior colleague Professor Obafemi. University of Ibadan, several examples from biochemistry, cyclical bits, which was something that they did for actually the food supplement for sickle cell. But this thing is not actually because we are not mastered the art of working on these products. But the contractors have moved beyond that now. Also, there's those who work somewhere in the oil industry. They want the energy price, but because they start converting these things to money. I will explain what happened. Not so many Morris, who was INEX chief for some time. I had a lot of other products, just as we are having here. Several products here, Iranian Tata, a lot of things, drug and they didn't capitalize all those things. A lot of these companies have still our knowledge. Either directly or surreptitiously, I don't know. I mean, the number of patents, I can mention here the group in electronics, for social channel. There was work on thin fish that they did. Because they have very nice lab there. And they bought it and they were very happy. But that was Chinese and validated products. That is the only citation in the filing of the patent application. So, who has celebrated the verification? They were getting products. So many things. And journalists, they do this. The young machine that was there about Section 2 or the about $1 of Macmillan sciences. The young machine, I saw it for the first time at a trade fair in 1972 or so. But the Chinese stole it and they came with their own version that took over the Nigerian markets. Thank God there are several versions of this made by Nigerians and other Africans. The man who bought the patent from OAU, IBC, tried his best because to produce, I mean, when you have the model, to go into production of the actual thing, it's a lot of engineering work. It's a different ballgame. Production engineering is succeeded, but at the end of the day, we found that it was better for them to be buying and selling motors and parts rather than manufacturing the machine before the man died. So these are some of the big opportunities. But the point I'm trying to say is that the output for research, the performance indicators now includes a number of things that I'm normally not worried about. It's not just a number of location, but it's how does this go deep to impact the next system. Number of products, number of licenses, and realities, and without shares, creative focus, and so on. So all that is listed, and I hope that we shall not adopt this. Because when universities report the outputs, these are the things that are killing. This is the University of Carolina. IP disclosures, patent issues, startup companies, number of companies created, jobs created, and so on and so forth. This is Harvard. They are an example. And in the last year, the British University adopted something to convince the government that universities have value, that contribute to the economy of Ghana directly. So, about that report that was done by one particular SSC is what I show you in that chart here. Like comes out of Cambridge, also in the paper. The total value of the contribution is about 57 billion in a year. That's what's what we to British economy. 65 almost 70% of that is work of research and knowledge transfer. So in case of Cambridge, it's about 75%. And you can see all these products at a glance that you can go to Cambridge, then get value and get more disease. I believe including COVID-19 vaccine that made another company. So this is what we should be aiming at, and the only way we can have this collaboration between several departments, several faculties, working in the industry. So if I'm Chinese, we are in a tradition. That's their look. And that takes me forward and discussing activity that we need to ramp up the visibility of the website. The products that we are getting from different departments, we must protect them. Let's keep this to ourselves. People are coming to your laboratory and see what you have done on TV. You say, yes, what you have done. And that's how investors can see them. We must celebrate our alumni who are doing great wonders. I'm going to talk about money point. I mean, the idea is a mechanical engineering graduate of university, and I think recently they donated some things to the university. They are very more like that. Those people must find space in the website so that people can know that this way is not like regular university. It's not like I don't feel we still just think that again. And some of us have levels to university. So, but you see that in Nigeria, we have a different configuration. The big companies in the US and other places, they partner with universities, they fund research. We don't have other big companies. The only one we have is shared. And shared is trying their best with geology, with chemical engineering, petroleum engineering. They've started laboratories, they donated equipment. They allow sabbatical exchange and student exchange. These are the soft things that promote innovation and deepen engagement with industry and society. But apart from sharing, I don't see much companies that are doing that. Technically, is also working with the University of Faculty and so but this good is that anywhere we have alumni, they can start this system. Somebody has said, look, if you look at the number of science that we have in this country, we probably have, if not 50% of them, or they're bring all these science together and them. Some of them come from faculties, and the area of saying we can't bring from doctors to teach, and some is gone. And we have to change the narrative now. So, in F sciences, you already have this immense system of training, and that's why that have doctors that are competent. We don't have that in some other things. The sort of immersion training that I have, we don't have. I remember when we were working on this summer, F sciences, they have a big case that they spend almost 24 hours a day with the students spend almost 24 hours in the hospital. And because of that pregnancy system has to be recognized so that they can be involved. So, you already have partnerships. There are still ways by which you can promote collaboration, working with the drug industry and so on. So, I want to talk about innovation and startup ecosystem and sustainable development. I will try to be briefly for it because this is the underpinning of what if you don't have big companies, you have small companies that we must activate and work with. For us to have very good bond, just industrial system. We must have some conducive environment. We must have enabling policies. There must be finance. So finance is not everything. But human capital, the university is also human capital for innovation ecosystem because we have concentration of talents. So, in the case of universities to innovation ecosystem, closeness to a university is an asset of any innovation system because universities are different from businesses and government in their own way. Universities are built for collaboration, for learning and discovery, for unlocking imagination. Hence, they are powerful incubators for startups and technology transfer. And if you look at companies where innovations are happening by other progress, it is because universities are very key to the innovation system. And OAU is one such university that has that big capacity for innovation. So we must take advantage of what we have. This is Silicon Valley and Stanford ecosystem. You can see the number of venture capitalists that are grown out of Stanford because of collaboration. The mutual, the symbiotic relationship between the two. More than any other university, Stanford is the center of innovation. A lot of the big companies that are really about what they are engaged in Stanford because Stanford has the ecosystem, the genes for collaboration, for giving back to society, for innovation. They are risk takers, and that's the differentiation for others. And so, when you go into Stanford, students, everybody, you have venture capitalists, you have lawyers who are IT experts, you have advisors. So, as students is thinking, is getting somebody who's going to help you. And so, all staff of our faculty, they are all working to enrich the system. The same we can see in the University of Cape Town, in South Africa. But if you look down for the others of Awolowo University, this is the source of the leaders of the innovation system, the startups. They did a study of these startups. They are leaders. We are going to come up. We don't know what are the systems. It's differences that maybe what they are. Of course, University of Cape Town has been the leading university in Africa for God knows how many years, for the last 20 years, except our state by the University of Cairo and Alexandria University. They've always been out of Ghana. South Africa have always been almost the top 10, unfortunately, because they have developed their system. So, OAU is not bad there. And we also have the University of Lagos, after that. So, if you have access to actually, and somebody says the university is not highly ranked, and then you give people that ranking has some challenge. That does not say that ranking is totally false. Because either you like it or not, ranking is what everybody sees out there. Everybody believes the ranking is, the ranking. So you have to make sure that you work hard and ensure that you are properly ranked. Okay, this slide is coming to explain why universities must handle this small industries, this SMEs that are coming up. Because the innovation ecosystem itself is different from the startup ecosystem in terms of innovation. Startups can be a very center of innovation when they collaborate with institutions, and that is what this is. Because industrial innovation and startups are very, very important. And why is it important? It is because small farms, they have better application than big companies. This is particularly a number of years, and it seems that the small companies which are in red, even when they are in they will stand it because they have created the ecosystem for people to survive. And so a wise government will build on this and develop the startup ecosystem in the country. Nigeria needs to do that aspect. It's still after that. So I just wanted to underline that when we talk about sustainable development, we know our mind always goes to the SDGs. Besides development, fine. But we have fine African context of sustainable development, and that is the Africa Agenda 2063. We started in 2013 and 50 years in 2063. So it's not a magic of figure. The aspirations like that, the goals, like the end. So when we work, we must be Afrocentric. We must be far to our own goals rather than total global goals. If making a mistake, should not make that mistake. And the goals can be more exalted. We want to cross Africa based on inclusive development. Education is there. And then we want an Africa whose development is driven, relying on the potential of African people and African knowledge. So this is very important that just like also in Nigeria, we got these elaborate plans and things, we don't follow through with implementation. One of the ways that universities can really apply those to work on this rather than on issues. Integrated so that we can bring different faculties, different groups together. When you talk about sustainable cities, for example, it has so many functions. The economists are there, the urban planners are there, the architects are there, the engineers are there. Even sustainable cities, the health implication of sustainable cities is very important as well. Rural development, climate change, and particularly for the health system, One Health, which talks about how to combat the most vulnerable infectious diseases and so on and so forth. And so, that is the sort of thing that underline where we are today, the African Center for, the African Center for the of Excellence, ACE. But actually what we wanted is to transform into African Center of Engineering, Innovation and Design Application. And you can see that on the left, we are talking about the process that academia, the industries, and government working together. And what is the product? Good quality, savvy design engineers and project managers who will now work on the SDGs, and we just listed 6 of them, and then to transform the Africa Agenda to work. So this provides a frame, and you can see many people participating. The industry participating. Who are young men and women, sorry, don't let me say young men, there are ladies there, and they're smiling and they have products. So that is how we can use what we have to create a new system. So when I tell you that OAU has the potential, it's not just by word of mouth. It is now for us to build on this strength and make sure that we make it work. And the Nigeria startup system gives us the hope. So let me quickly just go through that. We have a number of startups that have started in Africa, in Nigeria in particular. As at the last camps, okay, I think I'll go back, I'll mention it when I get there. We have about 3,360 startups that have been enumerated in Nigeria. Only 1,000 in Kenya and 680 in South Africa. So, I will talk about the strength when we get there. In terms of university living ecosystem, we have just about 7 now. There's one in UNN, there's one in Futa, there's the Advanced Intelligence Hub in Ile-Ife, and of course we have OAU, SAC, here. But very important, University of Oxford. They've created university because they have this network, and we call it People Ellis Plus. Because they involve a number of other companies, and they are really working with the industry, transforming the oil industry. One thing that is happening in the oil industry now, the number of indigenous players coming up. So if the players sharing the shares as I go, they are going to come back in that. So, and however, some of our young people who have started from the university and are making waves, identify 4, 5, 6 universities, OAU, Ogumosho, Lautech, University of Harcourt, Covenant, and I think Futa. And see some of them there. Jovan, for example, is OAU. That's the one on top. Next standard is printing. We work on the printing. Machine. They are not just printing, they are developing equipment for printing and servicing the entire industry. They finish from Lautech, started when I was teaching in school. There's Shire, there's Cash Envoy, I think also OAU. So let's also from OAU. There's something different. One is and then only one of them is estate. But what they do is try to digitize the housing industry, real estate industry, and they make a very good success of it. When they feel that, they also started moving the up. As one to move out of offices. They don't have just like a river, they don't have any truck. They control trucks that handle all this business and so on. The inspiration came when they were senior in OAU. My music group, they are from Faculty University. So when you get the copy, you can read more about these people. Now this guy is Gibbs, it's called Gibbs also. He's a word that claim Gibbs designer. This video games and all these games and so on. He is somebody that is very special. And it started when there was a strike. And instead of wasting a lot of his time, he started is now a big man in the industry, the ecosystem. I oversee Keynote. He did very well, also from Lautech. But I think that's some challenges that I hope they also like it. Venture Capital Group is another OAU. A serial venture capitalist who has helped to raise many ecosystem startups. And the old Abiola bakery in Kenya, 22 airports, that was very abandoned. They took it over and there were 30 or so startups working in that environment. This is a show off between a space of about 10 years, how many startups have helped to fund from knowledge. And it's not just only men, so there are women and assistants. These are 3 successful ones amongst them. I'm saying all this because we will not know all these things. There are very quiet signs of those that can collaborate with. And I find that some of them have their roots in using sector for us. So we give it to recognize where they must capitalize on emerging trends. I'm illustrating South Korea and Brazil from about 1960 to 2010 or whatever. That's when this is calculated. You can see the growth fast. The top is South Korea, and the one in the bottom, green, is Brazil. That is the trajectory of their development over 6 years. If Korea did not adopt the principles that have adopted, strategies, and they just depend only on the labor force and labor market, they will follow the red line. That is how they will have developed. Now, the difference between the red line for Korea and the actual line at the top is the use of their knowledge accumulation. The way they have used the knowledge. Korea is a country that has nothing, no minerals, and nothing, more or less. And from the ashes of their civil war in the 1950s, they are risen today to become the first world country, just by using knowledge. So, it is that difference in the total factor of production. I'm sure this is what I'm saying, because that's the methodology for economists, total factor of production. And those who really want to study national growth, they look at that and they see exactly what is happening. But I'll show this again, but let me just explain some of the things that they did that made the difference between the two countries. In terms of funding of education at different levels, primary, secondary, and tertiary. You know, I said the World Bank forced us to be spending on second and primary school for a long time. That's what happens also here. The left is South Korea. The green, something is tertiary education. The red is primary, and in between is secondary. And you can see the transition from 1960s to 2010 or thereabouts, they have moved funding and support and development away from primary to tertiary education. Because that is where you decide innovation and transformation. That's where that happens. Even if you want to improve primary education, the teachers have to produce in the tertiary level for you to have a very strong foundation. And that's where we get wrong. When we focus everything on primary and neglect universities, it is at the open. And that's what we see on the right-hand side. Brazil is still much more than Nigeria. You can see the difference between strategic investment in knowledge and those who speak at the level of knowledge. So, they are spending an investment of 40% on primary, just 7.4% on tertiary education, whereas South Korea are fleet. And what does that mean in terms of scientists, where the scientists are active? On the left, you see Brazil. Most of these scientists, those who are PhDs and they work in the universities, just if our work is our work is worse. I think in Korea, 90% of our PhDs working in universities. In Korea, they work in the industry. They work in the SMEs. And remember that that's where the innovation that changes the nation happens. That is what South Korea is capitalized on here. And you can see the difference in terms of number of patents between 1985 and 2012. They both started with Korea with 50, Brazil with 39. But look at by 2010, Korea, 14,400 patents filed in the US patent office. 336 only by Brazil. Brazil is similar now also. Now 2012, we have about 82 direct jobs that you couldn't see in the last photograph. So you can now understand that it is only knowledge system that can tell politicians where should you make your strategic investment. But here, we plan with no record with the universities. I mean, the government believes that they can do everything, I mean, abracadabra, and that magic will just happen. It's not by magic. And so, and see the difference. That Korea will have followed that red curve and just be at this little level of production. Maybe to see the top world country. But today it is right up there. It is in the first world. And that is where the center of the country has come from. So, this is explained further in that slide. The story of Singapore is almost the same. I don't have a picture for South Korea. I have for Singapore. In 1950, I was actually of the war. But see, 2016, that is the difference. That is what only lost the nation. That's why the nation was treasure its national education, academic universities, and use them as the lever of development. So, what is the way forward for Nigeria? That is what we have, as now the essence of this conference. What can we do as academics to better education? We don't have to go too far. Nollywood. Let's look at the story of Nollywood that was there. What has happened in the last 20 years? Nollywood. They changed the narrative. Because they have put African content, Nigerian content, into the television industry. And now everybody wants to know about it. I mean, Nigerian movies and things and so on. It has affected the Nigerian music, Nigerian fashion, and animal cuisine today. But what is most important is that they did not make government. They want private, sector-led approach, surviving all the obstacles on their way. Government not only not funded them, but they are putting obstacles on their way. But they gain strength, and now they are like, you can't. I mean, not only today it's a major sector of the national economy. Government is now paying attention because government realizes that some money can come from government. Okay, the way they are treating the diaspora. They are only treated in diaspora because of the remittances, not because of how can you turn great drain to great gain, which is what some other countries in India they can't become. Even China, in the 80s, 90s, China was sending their scientists everywhere in America and was also weakening. But when they went back, even those did not go back, they are still there. A lot of the companies, they are of Indian origin, Microsoft, all of them. Maybe you saw the picture one day, who is the most powerful president? See the Indian president or the American president or which president? Because major companies in the world, they are of Indian management, the CEOs, they are all from India. So they have cleverly used knowledge to transform their societies. And so we have a success that we don't realize the fundamental importance that Nollywood holds to Africa. So we are not capitalizing on our good government and celebrating the success of Nollywood, music, fashion, industries, and so on. But it gives us hope that if we do realize it, we can do so. And who knows the beginning of Nollywood? Who can tell me where Nollywood started before I show this? You know, it all started from OAU here. Olala was in Yango, Oleswika, in that this is here. This is your faculty, Department of Music and Song. When Olala was there, I went for sabbatical at Port Harcourt. And I remember 2012, convocation of University of Port Harcourt. 26 of these Nollywood people are honored. One nice, because I was inside the School of Drama and Filmmaking in Port Harcourt. So in 2012, they honored them during the convocation. I know a lot of these people, I don't know, they studied in the University of Port Harcourt. When they finished the award, they started singing to the glory of Olala. And that was where I made the connection, that it was the Olorotimi influence. So if Farako is Olorotimi, then what of Ife here? From where he left to go and do sabbatical in Ife. So these are things that we must capitalize upon. And you see the way Nollywood is now using knowledge. Even AI and machine learning, they are beginning to couple it now to advance their game. They are no longer doing those fetish things again. They have changed their narratives. And so, the academic system must support such narratives. Now, the analogy of this is with the innovation ecosystem. Our people, our young men that are now taking their strikes. This is the time to realize and support them fully. Our youth are responding despite all obstacles. In the free tech industry, Nigerians, and they are taking over companies in South Africa, in Nairobi and so on. What did I call them just now? Money points. They have just crossed the $1 billion market value because Google has bought into it. And it is taking over a company as in South Africa. Okay? The current Minister of Digital Economy, was the one that founded the Java ecosystem. I've shown the picture earlier. He is now the minister, and that's why you see that some policies are going towards support for the SMEs, the startups. The startups of the artists are enacted. But not in the UK, they just enacted it, they didn't know what to do with it. So I think there is a lot of support that is now being. So our youth, our students, benefit from some of the initiatives that are out there now. If I have the list, I think I'll send it to universities where I can share it with faculties and all the students. There are a number of things that students can do to grow even while you are still here. Because when you study entrepreneurship, you register a company and practicalize it. So entrepreneurship is not theory, it's practice. So, and I think that the message is that we must emulate Nollywood to energize our science, research, and innovation system. And as I said, since Nollywood has its roots in OAU, the future of science and innovation in Nigeria should start from here. And as I said, that's an assignment that this is very seriously. This is because Nigeria is at the frontiers of innovation in Africa. I said earlier that we have 3,060 startups compared to 1,000 in Kenya and 680 in South Africa. So the future of Nigeria is a private ecosystem of homegrown SMEs, startups, and micro-enterprises that the visionary governments to support and grow into thriving entities. If you want to lift 1 million, 100 million poverty, that's the total unit. And you have global ranking. What is good about this is that at least 14 African countries ecosystems are ranked within the top 100 in the world. That's a good record for Africa. And you can see South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya. These are the three big players. Egypt and Mauritius. So between second and third, Nigeria and Kenya, we are, but now we are second. So South Africa is always leading, obviously below that. But Lagos is startup and innovation capital of Africa. There is no dispute about it. I mean, Lagos beats South Africa because South Africa has 2 economies. Cape Town and Uganda network. If you combine it together, you see that South Africa is on top. But in terms of the single ecosystem, Lagos it is. And you can see Lagos is the city of hustle. If you believe can make it in Lagos and discover that that is the spirit of the Nigerian, it's what we must capitalize upon. So, and so how the ecosystem tied up, I think the University of Oracle has shown us how this can be blended. The IPS, Institute of Petroleum Studies, has this triple helix configuration, and they are producing graduates that are of special character, and that's why it's called an entrepreneurial university. You have other centers apart from the IPS. A lot of other centers, 2 centers of excellence. The one we are here is the one we are here. They have 2 of these startup centers. in the University of Dakota. But the good news also is that we are beginning to have private sector initiatives, starting the sort of system that is here. It is agricultural building. We provided a house for that also to be 160 to. There are 11 other universities that are not just here. So that is sort of private sector giving initiative that can help. There is a similar entity co-op in Dakota. So, what does all this mean for dentistry? Because by the moment I invited here, I was letting you know that I mean, you can build on the strength that you have right now. I checked the top 10 trends in dentistry: advanced dental implants, prospective dentistry, image analysis, which offers across several, computer fabrication, down. You are working with engineering there. Minimally invasive dentistry, telemedicine, robotic dental solutions, robotic medical solutions, and so on. Massive technology, 3D. I mean, some of them share with other areas. 3D is common to all the knowledge systems, massive technologies, and so on. But these are areas. But my challenge to you is that Nigeria and Africa must contribute content to the new innovations in dentistry, rather than us remaining consumers. OAU Faculty of Dentistry, as NUC Designated Center of Excellence, has the pedigree, the track record, and the inspiration to take up this challenge. That is the non-good analogy for you. And in the day's address, you've enumerated some of these things. We are number one in research, in OAU, and in the profession, and so on. So, this, you have everything to be able to capitalize on this. And I think there is a lot that our College of Health Sciences can do. Don't forget that this college was founded on a different conception of medicine. Medicine for rural development. And that's why you have these other hospitals in Ile-Ife, in the Mesile, and Co. to touch the lives of the people. So I believe that we can work on those records. So that system, okay, I think there's one slide that I put that is not here yet. I think I can also conclude on this note that Nigeria's economy, the STEM ecosystem is in the major change transformation, a big transformation. We also have a development paradigm from management of poverty to a mindset of innovation and wealth creation. Harnessing the technological creativity of the context of use is the way forward. With our knowledge system and global talents and diaspora, including those who are now who we consider as doing bad because they are foreign analysts, we can harness their knowledge. America doesn't throw away, but they bring them in because they are people. They take it to technology and rescue them from here, from our days, because they need such people. So, those systems are very bad. Let's try and inform them and bring them to work for the nation. And I think our universities must rise up to the occasion. Just as I advocate that female scientists and engineers must not be found wanting to do, and we saw examples that they are also capable. But universities have to imprint their value on the development space for them to be respected. So that when universities talk, the community will listen because they know that is us, their development. So we need to emulate Nollywood to turn Nigeria into competitive global powerhouse of sustainable development. And our emerging tech ecosystem and Nollywood gives us this hope that. So we should not be in doubt whether we are going to succeed. If we apply ourselves to it, we will succeed. Because Nollywood has succeeded. The Nigerian music, they go and they have succeeded. They dance them all over the world. I mean, that should make us to be happy. But we should not just brag alone. We must.  'Cause. 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 ' And that means we are taking our destiny in our hand. Government will follow.